0.3%, and the other has 30%. Like, neither of these were good choices.
True.
Hey, 80%.
Yeah,
A game for fat people like me. Awesome.
it's really, really fun. Oh man, $8 for 3 skewers? How did that
Oh.
lose?
Oliver
Oh
Mike's
my
alive.
God.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Are we back?
That
We
was
back?
supposed to happen. We're back, everybody. Welcome
Why-
to
do I have
City
to get off
States
the
of
game?
Clovisa, / dash the God War. I'm your host,
Finish the
John Dungeon
game.
Master.
Wait a
How
second.
do I sound?
That's not right.
I sound great. Please tell me if you can hear me inhaling or snapping my fingers. That'd be fantastic.
How did that burger win?
Hey, you sound fine.
Okay.
We fixed it. There are no
When
more
last
problems.
we left off on our beautiful adventure with the Insatiables, you all got a magic carpet, promise to ride, tickets, return trip, maybe, if you don't die. You have to go talk with an ancient gold dragon named Shell of the Seven Rivers, find out where this fucking dreaded throne is, and not die. Have I missed anything?
Yeah.
It is currently the 14th of Fantasy November. Maybe I did miss something, like the Devil May Cry anime that Red loves, but unfortunately, this is an anime review stream, Red, so get over yourself. Oh.
And
Nice.
we have a rival party as well.
We
Nah.
do. We have a rival party. We have our alter egos out there.
Maybe.
Fucking starting shit. We gotta kill them and bury their bodies in the
You guys
desert.
want to deal with some doppelgangers? What would their team name be? The double
The
E's?
double B's.
The,
Yeah.
just a D.
Just one
a
D.
single D.
Where are the D's?
A D-E-E.
Let's chime in the D.
Indeed. Guys!
I
Are
think
we
they would just
prepped?
shout, "I'm a bee," constantly.
Are we ready to rock and roll?
No,
No,
we're ready to
rock and
be.
roll.
We're ready to
Are we
win.
satiated?
Satiate.
Oh. Is there any
Gosh, I
last
guess
minute
you're as
prep
bad
we
as
need to
I.
do? I want to get on the road. I want to fly across the skies. I can show you the world.
Yeah, I think we spent all of our money.
Yeah, they were broke again.
Bowser got the potions for us. We got the rations.
I got
we're
one
good.
extra potion.
Wow.
Now there's 3 potions. 2 healing salves, I think.
We love
Look.
salves.
Who needs to heal, really? We'll be fine.
Not
Just-
us, as
just don't
as
die.
a whole group without any healer.
I mean, I had second wind. I'll be fine.
Then you guys will head up to the top of this ziggurat all the way to the palace, where after a brief moment you will be walked on in, speak with whoever it was who made this deal with you, if you ever caught their name. Quickly, what was their name?
Yep. Their name was Suzerain Lodar.
Indeed.
That guy.
What?
It's him.
I'm on to you, Red. You're all on thin ice now. You'll go talk with
The name of Flying
Lodar,
Carpet.
who will reveal to you a magical carpet already laid out. There is a wizard on standby asking if any of you need, to know how to pilot this bad boy.
If we all raise our hands at the same
No, we
time.
don't do it.
Isaac doesn't
Just
raise his hand.
Be confident.
You're gonna be. It's like
How
hard.
hard can
You
it
sit.
be?
You stand on it. You lean your body in the direction that you would like
no,
to go,
never
and you say
stand.
yeehaw.
Only sit. It is quite
Oh.
fragile. It is a carpet. They aren't very aerodynamic, nor are there any protections if you fall off.
Do we still say yeehaw?
That is the command word, but purely by...
Hot dog.
Yeehaw and hot dog. You already know how to land it, Osric. Mr. Steelfist,
Natural.
please take the pilot seat.
No matter if I do. My eyesight is exactly as it was 200 years ago.
As a newborn infant.
Osric is now the captain, guys. Please hop on.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll hop on that.
Axe will carefully go to like the centermost part of the carpet, scared shitless of flying.
Right.
What
And
could
also
possibly
Bell
go
is there
wrong?
until Greg tells me he's no longer playing in this campaign after tax season. Bell is present. Huthguck, where are you sitting? Back, middle, front?
On the back, I'm laid out, relaxing.
Laid out? Alright.
Yep.
What about you, Jonal? The...
I'm sitting on Huthguck's stomach.
Gross.
Okay.
What an ab workout, for sure. And then
Ab-
He's
Osric...
taking up too much of the carpet. There's no more room.
Look, you should have gone earlier. That's not my problem.
Thyman
We're
lets
doomed.
it Dragonborn sit on his stomach. We're half-elves? No, you're a half-elf.
Yeah.
You're not a Dragonborn.
Halfway through this
Alright.
trip, he's gonna fall off the back accidentally. We're gonna have
Legally a
free
half
run.
elf.
Oh,
Dragonish.
I hope someone prepped Slowfall, because it wasn't me. Osric, with the command word of
Oh.
Yeehaw, you will launch yourselves up a full 60 feet into the air. Jonal, Thyman, and Pax hold on for dear life as the carpet's tassels, each one enchanted with magical golden thread, take to the air. The heavy fabric you are sitting on moves, kind of like an eel does through water, albeit going up and down rather than left and right. There is a bit of a shaking moment for you, Thyman, as you're sitting on the back, and like the carpet itself is like going down and then up, and you're like, oh shit! As you are like about to slip off before it quickly corrects itself at a certain elevation, hardens out as though it was on a hardwood floor, and then takes off in a direction that Osric is in control of. Osric, where are you heading?
Headed towards the giant fucking pyramid.
Well, you don't see it from this far away. What direction is it in?
Northeast.
Northeast.
You point your finger into a direction. Thyman says northeast under his breath. Osric, do you go northeast or do you go into a random direction?
Go northeast.
You're going northeast.
Giddy
More
up, let's
north
go.
than east than you'd like. You start shooting off in that direction. Here, where's your big old token? I'm on the wrong map. Here we go. What token shall I use to show off who you are all? Because you're no longer
Of
with the
course.
Hameron.
You sure it's like do you have the spirit donkey still?
I have a spirit donkey.
Yeah. Basically magic carpet.
Ba-doop. Behold, the phantom donkey.
The wonderful representation of us.
Indeed, you only have a 465
Power
mile journey, which will just be under 6 days of traveling, which means I owe you all a random encounter dice, but I first need to track the days.
He's ready to fight like a wyvern in the air.
Yep.
You know, like manifest that, Red.
You don't want to fight
Does
the adult
Belle
red dragon
need
right
to
now?
eat while she is suffering from T-pose disease?
I love the T-pose.
I don't think we accounted for bell rations.
Yeah, I'm
She
trying to
has
remember
the
if I
money
did or
for
not.
her own rations. If she needs to eat, she will do so via photosynthesis.
I think I might have, because I just got extra. I have 74 rations.
Sounds right. Alright, let's change the music. We're on a beautiful desert wind adventure. We don't have time for this sad, sobering music, which I'm going to play at your funerals. No, that's Antlers. High Seas Pursuit?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Why do I not hear them?
I don't hear the dragon.
What?
Oh no, I do. It's just very quiet.
Well, it just started playing. Nice. Go find my D100 and see what it is the random encounter table wants me to do to you all.
Wouldn't we have our captain roll that D100?
Ooh! Yeah, sure, Osric. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
Apple.
You stare at this thing. Ooh.
I'm 3.
You know what, Red, because you're a smartass, why don't you go ahead and roll me a 1d6?
For you, John, anything.
Oh,
5.
That is not the wyvern.
Okay.
Ooh, a potential loot discovery on my D23. No, not my D23. On D23 of D100. Okay. God, this music is hype, but now it's no longer necessary. For as you all are flying across this beautiful little river here that is feeding southbound or excuse me, southwestern bound, you will see that there in the middle of a desert where the brush meets the sands and dirt and dunes is a wooden ship. This place looks... God, well, let's give distances before I give descriptions, why don't I? Because you may just choose to ignore this. This great big wooden ship must be around, we're going to say, a mile away from you all currently. So you can't see too much details, but you can see it is quite large. Sort of scattered and built, sort of. Having carved around cacti and other sorts of scrub brush. What do you guys do?
This is a boat in a desert.
Pax will look intrigued and point it out to Osric's old dwarven eyes.
Man, what?
There's a wooden ship down there.
Just
Maybe
a
with
fucking
look.
smudge, Pax.
It could be an
Talking
old
about?
relic from when the rivers all flooded.
Doing all what your half-elven eyes see.
Y'all nerdy fucks want to go down there and look.
Yeah,
Yes.
it could be
It's
such an important
I would
historical discovery.
land a little bit away, and you can stay on the carpet while we walk to it. So the carpet's still safe.
You sure you don't want me to just get close and then you guys just jump out of the carpet and then I just, like imagine a fatherly figure in the vehicle that stays in the parking perimeter waiting for the youngins to return.
That's what I was.
Oh, we'd like to
napping
run
in the
into the
sun.
store for candy.
Yeah. Osric will
Let's go
circle
with
like 100 feet away? Closer?
Okay. You get far lower to the ground within fireball range, for sure.
100 feet away from the thing. I haven't started lowering us yet.
Oh!
Just so we can get a better look from the aerial.
So you want to be 100 feet away, but also 2,000 feet in the air, or...
Is that how high we are?
If you want. You're in
Can
control
we do
of
100,
elevation
100?
right now.
Can we make it a nice square?
You tell me. How
I'd
low
like
do
to
you
make it
wanna
a square for the isosceles.
Yeah. I want to get that nice 90-degree angle going on.
go? So you want to be 100 feet away, but 100 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Alright, so now you're like quadruply within fireball range, is what you're telling me.
Great. All right. That's what I'm excited for. Yeah.
Alright, understood. You see this great big long wooden ship that seems to be reinforced with some kind of bronze or copper-like metal that has not tarnished within this sunny area. It has 5, what do we call them? Layers, floors, decks, something like that, with many a place for an oar to be put on. It is currently tilted awkwardly on its right-hand side, whatever that is, starboard or aft or whatever the fuck. And its prow is currently facing away from the river towards the pyramid that you guys are heading to, but yet cannot see. What do you guys do? It's quite big.
Range. It should be tarnished by time if it were an old ancient relic.
Maybe it's magic.
We have magical boat.
About
Like the
We should
old
take a look.
tale of.
Maybe it's gold. Gold doesn't tarnish.
But it's bronze. Can't you tell?
Maybe it's gold. Maybe it's mostly gold. Maybe it's only a little bronze.
But then
Pax,
the
you're
bronze on
sounding
the
really
outside
like
would
someone that
tarnish.
needs to go to intervention.
Max is going for gold, guys.
I'm just saying it could be worth
If
something.
you start biting on that boat, I'm gonna take you somewhere.
Listen, I'm just saying we should be on our guard as we approach it. That's all. There might still be someone here if it's not tarnished.
I still think it's stupid to stop. We got doppelgangers to find. We've got
We have
a
time.
dragon to talk to. Do we have time? I don't think I have time.
We have time. There's a
I'm
boat
dying
in
as
a
we speak.
desert. I'm very
You should always
curious.
come back on the way.
No, we can't.
You youngins.
After visiting a dragon, I think we go now. Osric, would you mind dropping us off while you keep the car
You
warm?
can drop us off, go up a mile into the air and take
All
a
right.
nap.
Do you know how to scream, right? When you're in trouble.
I have a
Throw
little
a spear
arrow
at
that
you.
whistles. I'll shoot it up at you.
I think a scream would work better, but alright.
Just
Osric
don't hit the
brings him
carpet with your
down
arrow.
to like 20 feet. That enough for no
yeah,
fall
you get
damage, or
them
does it need to
right
be 10?
above the first deck. It is currently
There you
tilted
go,
to
yeah,
its
yeah,
side. So you guys are kind of like on the flank of a ship right now. You're not even on top of the ship. After all, the decks are now vertical and the walls are now, or the hull is now horizontal.
Got it.
You look at this great big bronze binding that sort of is following along the hull. The hull itself is made out of wood and does seem to have been petrified and weathered over the years, but the metal is still good. It still shines and gleams in the sun.
Are we jumping off? I mean, this is 20 feet.
20 feet? That's too much.
I think
I was,
think
yeah,
that's a
I
dwarven
asked, no
jump.
one answered. Bring it down to
I
10
won.
feet.
Yeah, I'll
7.5
jump from 10
feet,
feet.
final offer.
I'll jump from 10 feet.
Thyman jumps from 10 feet. Thyman,
Does the
give
wood
me
support
an
me?
acrobatics check.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm an acrobatic dwarf. Don't you know?
Oh my god.
24.
Are. You land perfectly on the metal itself, which supports your weight.
Okay.
Never mind. We're doing superhero landings. Let me
I
try
can
to.
lower you down if you want me to, Janal.
Jump into my arms, Jonal.
All right, I'm gonna jump
Jump into my
into.
dwarven arms.
Alright, Jonal, give me an
Thyman's
acrobatics
nice.
check. Thyman, you get to choose if he's... Okay, well...
I can't do much. You just biff it and jump on the wrong side.
Well, here's what I was gonna say before you rolled it, Jonal, is like, he can choose to give you disadvantage by saying jump into my arms and then dropping his arms and not catching you. But I'm not sure it matters at this point. Pax, you look over the edge as Jonal misses the bronze by a mile, or really a couple feet, and then just goes straight through the petrified wood and crashes somewhere in the side of the ship. Jonal, please suffer for me. 8 points of bludgeoning damage as you crash.
God damn it.
Pax jumped into my dwarven arms.
Janal!
Oh no, Osric, please, a few more feet.
Also,
I'll go
don't
after
do it.
Janal.
Jump.
I will lower Pax.
And then I jump in the hole Jonal made, checking on him.
Yeah.
Acrobatics check, Pax. Right. You jump into this hole, unaware that there is no support at all beneath it. You crash into him. Jonal, you slide across what once was a deck filled with benches that you clip on and roll over. You find a bunch of broken and just deleted oars that have been weathered to time. You also find several skeletons who you horrifyingly are amongst as Pax comes crashing down on top of you. Pax will not suffer any sort of damage as he is lowered, kind of, before jumping into this pit, leaving Thymond outside the ship on the top, which is the side.
You can meet my new friends, S, Kelly, and Tun.
That was a great landing, Jonal. Very, very impressed. Are you broken anywhere?
No.
Good. Hello, Jonal's friends. I think he broke his head.
The skeletons look at
I
you.
guess let's
unamused.
look around.
Osric will lift up the carpet 60 feet above.
Also,
And-
give me a perception check while you're up there.
Yeah, happily.
Simon, Jonal, and Pax can give me investigation checks as they search around this. I believe it's called a quirareme or quinquireme.
Nat 20.
You're kidding me.
Nice.
But that's funny.
Oh my god.
20.
Aw.
If only you had
I hit 13.
advantage. Man, we are playing the extremes today, guys, for our dice rolls. We will
We're gonna
do
what we do.
Osric first. Osric, rather than just exploring randomly, you check on the outside of the ship first. And away from this ship, slightly off to the side, you will find a structure of sorts that at one point used to be on the top deck, literally built with stilts, support beams, and where you'd assume people would fight from to get an elevation advantage on open water entities, such as other boats or sea monsters. You, rather than paying any attention to this ship at all, will head to that tower, and you will find a skeleton, which is... I need to find out if it has any loot on it. And then I will revisit our 20 investigation and our 17 investigation, which have both passed the DC 15. Why'd I put my D10s away? That's a D20. There we go. Ugh. Does the skeleton have anything of worth? Is the deck a mini thing? Let's end the campaign, Johnson.
Oh, cool, a deck. And we just shuffle
I
this
draw
really quick.
7.
Oof.
Believe in the heart of the cards. I draw 7.
You may roll me 2d6. Osric. You're going to find 7 gemstones encrusted within a cool-looking belt that is wrapped around the skeleton's picked over and scavenged corpse. Each one of these gemstones is worth 10 GP. You may add it to your character sheet. As for my 17 and 20 investigation. Ooh, that is a good sign. Good old Pax. Pax, you search down into the armory. Alright, I'm tired of this fucking soundtrack. Go away. It's whimsy, it's wondrous, but it's not what I want anymore. Pax, I would love it if you could roll me a 1d4.
3.
I would love it if Osric, Jonal, and Thyman could roll me a 1d100. We're gonna find out which one of these d100s makes the most narrative sense. A 78, a 72, and then an Osric for a D1 hundo. 62. 62 is out because that's lame. 72 makes no fucking sense at all. 78. Maybe. Never looked at this item before.
Such heavy music for this.
Feel the weight.
This does make narrative sense. I retract what I say. You believe it is an armory, but after clearer inspection, you are in some kind of, what's called a mail room, for lack of a better word. You see all sorts of rotted parchments, all sorts of gross scrolls that are missives of a long-dead kingdom that are basically indecipherable after having been here for so long. But what you do find with your little magical eye is a figurine of a silver raven that sits kind of defying gravity and the way the ship is currently tilted. It's just directly standing perched upon the edge of a table and is tipped over. It's almost as if you flipped a quarter and it like fell directly on its rim rather than a ornament, which this appears to have once been. It maybe weighs 2 pounds of pure silver.
Oh yeah, Pax, his little finger snatches that up instantly. And quickly tucks it away, thinking to ask Journal later if he can check it out for him.
The rest of the ship is devoid of any true trappings or any sort of clear purpose. Jonal, you believe, after your investigation, that you are correct. This ship was once a part of a coastal kingdom several hundred miles south when the primal lord or elemental lord Urdina flooded this entire fucking valley and sent it on a several hundred-mile trip north. Due to the magical reinforcements on its hull, it survived mostly intact, but the people, when this ship came to a sudden stop, were not so lucky. Chances are they went on one hell of a ride before this thing crashed into a mountain or a hill once the floodwaters stopped carrying its weight. Would have been sick as hell.
It would. Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of adventure you only get to go on once.
You will all gather all up. Osric will pick you guys up from the top. There is unfortunately not much left to go over on this Quinquireme? Yes, Quinquireme.
I'll dagger out and scratch that metal to see if it's gold.
It is bronze.
Free bronze.
It is bronze protected from the elements. Is there any chance that Diamond might be interested in such a thing?
Does it seem magical?
Yes. It is clearly magical, Diamond, as you stand on top of it with your great weight. You look at all the inscriptions and runic symbols that, during the Second Age, a wizard inscribed upon this craft. This is nothing new, nothing high-tech. There are enchantments like this to this day for warships all across the world, to give the ships a little bit more stability, let's call it, in the seas filled with fucking dragon turtles.
I'll try to like pry off some metal.
This is a several 100-pound belt of bronze.
The chances are no, I can't scavenge any of this.
You would need special tools to chisel and break the bronze apart. In doing so, you would likely destroy the enchantment.
I'll just hop back on the magical carpet and we'll fly off to the
You kids are ready to go?
desert night.
Yeah, nothing down there but a few new friends.
You enjoy your adventure?
Yes, it was great. Thank you.
It's
Alright,
just like
yeehaw,
going to
let's
an
go.
Abandoned gas station with your grandpa. The grandpa finds a missing wallet, and you guys find like a cell phone.
It's free.
Well, nobody's told me about anything that was actually found, so
And all's over there, like,
you guys can keep your secrets.
Osric
we
needs
get
the
back on
money
the
to
carpet.
bury dead bodies.
We get back on the carpet and we're at a speed where sound doesn't carry too far. Pax would show the statue to Jonal.
Behold.
A statue.
I know, I think it's pure silver.
How long is it taking us to go here? I know our magic carpet is going fast, but
It
we're
will
going
take you
far.
6 days. You are halfway
Alright.
there, which means you will have a short rest coming up as well.
I can take a look at it at our next camp.
I'd appreciate that. Squirrels it back away before Osric sees it.
Soon enough, you will be at your next camp. I know Jonal will likely want to spend a hit dice before you make it to the area anyway. So I'm giving you that option to do what needs to be done before I fast forward you guys a couple days.
And I guess I'll spend a spell slot to identify this idol.
Yeah. You will discover that this is a figurine of wondrous power, specifically that of the Silver Raven. If you use an action to speak the command word, which the Identify spell will give you, the figurine becomes a living creature. Blah, 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 blah. Basically, this will let you cast the spell Animal Messenger, so long as this thing is close to you. You can look up this item in your own time, but it's called the Figurine of Wondrous Power.
Got it.
I will link it in our little Istio part of the chat as well. You imagine this might have once been a somewhat standard form of communication. Or maybe non-standard, really. After all, it is uncommon. Anything you guys would like to do during this camp time?
Have we seen, or has anyone been looking out for our doppelgangers?
I assume you all have been looking out for your doppelgangers.
Mm-hmm.
But whether they too have some sort of flight or faster transportation than walking across the desert, or they are quite stealthy in their approach, you have not seen head nor hair of them. That said, they would have had a day and a half on you if it was a pure carpet race.
April.
I'm just gonna keep working on my Hydra boots.
Of Hydro Leather.
Oh no, I gave it to that guy to work on. Yeah, no, I commissioned that. I left
They're
that
gone.
back there. Damn.
Got nothing to do.
I do have things to do. I always bring things to work on with my hands. 'Cause I'm a dwarf. I'm
You're
gonna
a dwarf.
paint. I'm gonna paint something.
Mm-hmm.
I have that chimera spike that I can paint because I was gonna offer it to the dragon. It's a neat little gesture. It's a gift. It's a
You have the
depiction of our adventures of slaying
you
a
just
chimera.
carry a little box of paints with you.
Yeah, it's
That's
white.
so
It's only white paint.
Oh,
I couldn't afford the other paint. Maybe one day I'll be able to afford nicer paints. But
Yeah,
right
I
now
gotta say, I don't know how much a dragon is gonna appreciate a painted tail, essentially.
I don't know how much
puny
I
dead
appreciate
creature.
your attitude.
I'm
I
just,
worked
I'm
really
just
hard
being
on this.
realistic, alright?
I worked
I
really
would
hard on
want that
this.
as a gift normally, and I'm a old dwarf man.
I
If
think
I
you
was
put the problem
a
right there.
very cool gold dragon, first of
I
all,
carved adventures, and it's literally a little Pictionary story of us fighting a chimera. It took me
And I mean,
days
we
to
are the
complete.
coolest
great.
people
That's a
possible.
wonderful gift for a small dwarven child.
It's also a great gift for a very old dragon. You know how many painted chimera spikes that thing has? None.
Sure. Okay.
And I'm the only person to have offered it one. When we get there.
I think we need to be positive, and I think, Thyman, it's an excellent idea, though I
Mhm.
tend to agree with Osric here.
Just to
but
be clear, what did you guys get as gifts for the dragon?
Well, I'm gonna feed the dragon you at this point.
All I'm saying is, I have a gift for the dragon. You guys have
I
nothing.
have this one-of-the-kind magical knife.
Exactly.
I do admit I don't have anything special. We can always just give her the carpet too. It's an option.
It'll be such a long walk back. But we eat Diamond first.
Yeah.
You have to fight me to eat me. You're going down.
Okay.
I ain't got nothing but money. So.
Good God, Kojira, no. This is huge. Why is this token so big?
It's a dragon.
Godzilla.
It's bigger than Godzilla. Fucking hell.
Bigger than Godzilla.
It literally took a quarter of the map. I'm not even kidding.
Is that Sarl himself?
No, it's
Here.
worse than Sarl.
Damn it.
It's your mom.
True. Okay. I hope this saves. Let's see, yes. No, maybe. I don't know. Isn't doing it. It's fine, I'm sure. On the 20th of Fantasy November, never gets old, you all will see the Great Big Pyramid. This stone monolith stands within a layer of ruins, buried within sand, covered in cacti and other barely living low water cost plants. You see no animals in this area. Assumedly, you will reach it closer to the morning, when the sun is rising and striking off the golden cap that sits on top of this pyramid. At first, you don't see the ancient gold dragon, known as Shell of the Seven Rivers. However, as you get within, let's say, 15 miles, is when you will notice that part of this gold cap shifts ever so slightly in the light, causing a different reflection of the sun. We are currently 15 miles away. Osric is driving, barely able to see, just ultimate glare in his face, even though you're 15 miles away from your target. You're in the equivalent of a Cessna drug smuggling plane. What would you like to do?
The throne is just like right there, right?
Nope. You see a big pyramid with a gold cap.
No throne.
None that you can see within 15 miles.
Okay. Didn't they say the throne was above the pyramid, like floating?
Yes.
I look up.
You look up. There is open air. Perhaps it's enchanted. Maybe it's
Maybe it's
invisible
like really small.
from far away. Maybe it's super small.
Like it's maybe they're like a pixie kingdom. They're like
Yeah,
that
maybe
big.
it's dreaded because the king was a gnome
It's like 4 inches tall.
or a halfling. Fucking halflings.
I mean, who dreads
we-
a halfling? We dread gnomes, not halflings.
This is true. Maybe we land and walk in to protect the carpet and not antagonize the protector.
You can go through the pyramid all the way up to the top.
I think that seems more humble than flying up to it. And
Just going straight
I
up
don't
to
know
her
much
face
about
and be
dragons,
like,
but
hey!
I think they're in the stories. They're very prideful.
Right. So you have to earn the audience by going through the pyramid.
I don't think I'm gonna make it all the way up, guys.
Pull yourself together, Janelle. Come on. Give him like a shake.
You've got 2 dwarfs to help you, friend.
and whatever Pax is.
Exactly.
What are you anyway?
I don't know.
I thought he was a no good little human, so I'm still of that opinion.
That's my opinion as well.
I'm glad to see we have the same opinion of yourself. So we're going in through the bottom? Or should we land and get a closer look? Didn't they say something about the sands out here being real shifty like?
Now,
Is there an entrance down at the bottom?
You don't see one from 15 miles away.
Yeah, I think we
aren't
must
these
get.
things usually trapped?
Yeah,
Oh, well.
Like, aren't these like the resting places of ancient kings?
yeah.
That's the dreaded fucking throne.
And we're just waltzing into a dead king's tomb?
Well,
Sure.
isn't normally the tomb inside the pyramid? If our
I mean,
goal
unless
is
you
to
have
summit
unless
it,
your idea
we're
you would
not.
like to just go straight up to the dragon and, hope we
Well,
don't.
you can't really, like, there's not like steps on the pyramid, they're smooth. They're very smooth things.
I
Go
don't
inside.
think that's.
There's an
pyramid's
inside.
Unless this thing's been here for a long time and it's weathered. They're very, it's
I think we. Captain Osric, I think maybe we get a couple miles closer and then find a safe place to land.
Should I go lower so that we're kind of out of a? Or should I go
You mean
higher?
try to discreetly? I think.
Yeah,
Lower.
be as discreet as we can on a magically flying carpet thing.
Yeah, I think we go lower.
Okay. Trusting you, Pax. Little slime motherfucker.
You should not. You should not.
I
but
shouldn't.
yes.
But someone knows how to sneak around a dragon, it's you. I think. I think.
So what's the plan?
Osric will drop us lower to the floor. How high are these cacti? What are we looking at?
The highest is like 12 feet, but that's the super end of the spectrum.
That's very fun.
It's like
we coast
5
along
feet
like
off
the top of this cactus forest,
Okay.
very slowly inching towards the pyramid to get a good look at what it looks like down here.
You will do so. Getting within 12 miles, 10 miles is when the ruined city begins to spread out the cacti a bit more and more. You see broken buildings that have been lost to the desert. This place used to be a flourishing city of some kind, you assume. You look at the foundations of towers, you find some broken walls that have been blown over by great windstorms. You will even see telltale signs of once living people having been buried beneath the sand. It is a archaeologist's wet dream, were it not being actively guarded by an ancient gold dragon, who, with their great passive perception and the fact you're going in broad daylight, noticed you. They do not get up from their golden capped pyramid, but they are clearly watching you as you get within... How close do you want to be to the pyramid?
We just land at the base.
I'm gonna need some opinions about this. You guys, my preference is
I mean,
Who's the smart one here?
maybe a
gung
half
ho
mile
until-
out. I don't think. I think a half
Smart
mile
is a
out,
big
or
word.
if we see the dragon, move from where it is, seems totally reasonable.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm just saying, dragons are hard to run away from. And at that point, we might not be able to.
If she wished to pursue us, even at this distance, I'm sure she could run us down.
Fair point. Alright. We continue. The brave double D's that we are.
Okay. You will land nonchalantly half a mile to quarter mile out from the pyramid. You will find a broken building's roof, which is kind of level with the sand floor now. You'll stow your flying carpet, or do you bring it with you? If you bring
We
it with
stow
you,
it.
you're gonna have to carry it.
If we get robbed of this thing, I'll be a little upset, guys. It's gonna be a long walk back.
It will be.
Well, if the gold dragon wants to eat us or see us dead, it has many ways of
Would it-
doing so.
What would I roll if I wanted to hide this magic carpet as I stowed it? How would I go about that?
Say that again?
If I wanted to hide the magic carpet as we stowed it.
Be a stealth check.
It saw us on
Okay,
it
man.
as we flew in.
I'm just worried about other potential residents in the area we don't know about. I guess I'll try to do that.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
Not great. 10.
As you guys are currently storing the stuff you don't want another adventuring party to find or rob from you, Pax, from, let's call it behind the wall, partly in the sand dunes itself, you hear a voice call out to you in broken common. I see it!
Just draws his bow, looks around looking for where the voice came from.
You hear a yip and a wail as you pull out a weapon.
Show yourself. I will not harm you, unless you mean
Put the boot
to harm
out!
me and my friends. Unknocks the arrow, carefully puts the arrow back in the quill.
Yeah! You see an unarmed, gold-scaled kobold pop out of the sand, who will come out with its bow legs, keel over slightly as it looks at your rolled-up carpet that weighs anywhere from 40 to 60 pounds. It's quite a heavy, enchanted thing. Looks to you all and cries out, quite loudly, echoing in the desert, all the way up, "Behold you who enter the territory of the Queen of the Seven Rivers! I welcome you as herald to Shell, the invincible, the golden, the murderous and beautiful."
Yeah, a wonderful set of titles. I like that.
Yes,
It was well done, young kobold.
I'm not young, I'm 6 months old.
Oh, apologies.
Yes.
A noble kobold. What may we call you?
Nothing! I am a humble slave and servant to Shell the Golden... It speaks Draconic for a moment.
Which Osric
Osric.
understands.
It translates roughly to, I'm a fool idiot who does not know what to say in this moment. And then it speaks back into common and calls out, I am here to hear your request, and if Shell shall burn you alive and eat your bones. How can I help you today? Welcome.
In Draconic, Osric will say, hang on a hot second there, youngin'.
Whoa! It cries out as you speak Draconic at it.
You speaking genuinely to me, or you telling lies?
What do you mean?
It's a very simple sentence.
I don't know what a
He's
lie
an old
is.
dwarf who trusts no one.
You don't know what a
I'll
lie
tell you.
is?
Yeah. What's a lie? Like to lie down?
Okay. You fibbing?
What's a fib?
Okay.
And how can I
Uh,
bing?
You can tell your mistress.
My master.
Master. My apologies.
Yes.
That we are here to explore the pyramid on a
Ooh.
mission.
Yeah.
Hold on. We're not here to explore the pyramid. We're in general. We have a very specific thing that we're doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We are here on a destined quest to seek the blood of the pure.
Wow. What does that mean?
Great question. But it has drawn us here to an age where the kings perhaps were not as corrupt as in ages since.
Mm.
Yeah, he knows more about the secret mission thing. I don't know much about that.
It's a secret?
Very secretive.
Sacred mission.
They tell me it's secret. I don't.
I'm just saying, I don't know if you should be telling everyone that you've got big plans.
Wow. 2 groups with big plans in one day? That's
There's a
amazing.
second group. No, ho. Was there a large green-colored individual
There
leading this group?
was.
And what did they bring the Great Master Shell?
Oh, lots of things. Promises?
Promises?
Seashells?
Seashell? See, I told you we should have gotten seashell.
Blood of innocent martyrs? I don't know what a martyr is.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Was she,
Like
was she excited about
500
that one?
goblins? That's pretty
Was she
crazy.
excited about that? Did she seem happy?
Oh no, not at all.
No. Okay.
But suddenly 500 goblins showed up, and during the, I don't want to call it a battle because it wasn't one.
Yeah.
This green guy and his red-skinned hobgoblins ran inside the pyramid.
Oh, they what?
Yeah, they ran on
That's
in.
rude.
It was
Did they hurt you?
me. No,
Okay.
I was,
Did they try to hurt
you know,
Shell?
1,500 meters away.
Wow, that's
What's a meter?
terrible.
Oh, dragons use the metric system, sir. It tells you. It was a more enlightened measurement, I'm told.
Wow, that's well. We have no goblins. We got no fake promises. We've got no blood.
Wow.
We're not here to escape in
You
without
don't have
permission.
blood?
I mean, we have blood in our bodies. It's not
Oh.
gonna. I mean, unless she's interested in consuming blood, I don't
In
think
your
she is.
blood? She
Nope,
might
nope,
be. I
not
don't
our
know.
blood. Can you tell us of your master? Things she might enjoy.
Oh. Being left alone is usually her favorite thing.
Big one.
She
Understandable.
likes guys named
Understandable.
Dan. If you know any
Okay.
Dans.
We do actually. We do know a Dan. A Dan sent us here.
She loves magical items that she can add to her collection.
Wonderful. Okay.
She likes random knickknacks and paddywhacks. And I'm told giving dogs a bone.
Okay.
Yes. She is
Quite
filled with
lovely.
whimsy and wrath, more strong than the sun itself. All hail her magnificent destructive capabilities. Unseen
hail.
since the times
hail.
of the ancient years. Long before I was.
I have a quick query. these folk that have ran into the pyramid, does she want them there?
Oh, I don't know.
If we were to get rid of them, would that be something she would like?
I don't know.
You don't know? Can you
Could you go
find
ask?
out for us?
Oh no, she'll kill me in a
No.
heartbeat.
Then why are we talking to you?
I don't know. I'm just here to greet you.
You said you were her
What do you
herald.
do after you greet
Oh,
people?
definitely,
What
I am
normally
her
happens
herald.
next?
Well, as the herald,
That doesn't mean I communicate with her.
Okay,
It's
but what happens
insinuates that
next?
you communicate
Actually,
with her.
I'm 6 months old. It reminds me. I kind of
You
just
just
hatched
mean
and
that
then
your
was
name
given a
is
job,
Harold?
man.
okay, but
How
what
do we-
is your job? Just to greet us?
I'm literally I was told that when people show up, I was to yell at them and tell them
What are you
about the
doing?
great ancient danger that awaits on top of this pyramid.
Okay.
You're doing a great job. I just
You
want
are.
to
You're
put that
doing
out
pretty
there.
nice.
Thank you.
But there's no
Doing
way
wonderful.
for you to communicate with her.
Thank
on
you,
our behalf,
not
anyway.
grabbing me by my neck and popping my head off my body, which is how my predecessor died.
Happens. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
someone just
okay.
grabs you by
How-
the neck and twists.
So if we go inside of there, you're not gonna stop us?
I won't, no.
Okay.
Will
Will she
well,
stop?
She
shit
us?
might,
stop us.
yes.
Oh.
How do we get
is there
into
We're
a
all forgetting.
Well,
What
in
happened about
recent
the
days,
goblins?
somebody sent 500 goblins to attack her, which took her like 6 rounds to defeat, which in that time they ran inside the pyramid.
is there
That
a-
seemed to
can
have
we-
worked recently.
Is there an appropriate way to seek an audience with her?
Yeah.
Yes!
How?
Assumedly, you call yourself Dan and walk up.
Dan?
You
Yeah.
know it, Dan. Would
We
love
know
to
a
talk
Dan.
with her.
I know a Dan, yes. He's quite flippant about my existence. He snapped the
Where?
neck of my predecessor
Oh,
with his
that's
bare
terrible.
hands.
That's so rude. Where is this Dan?
I have no idea.
Does he come here
Is
often?
this Dan alive?
I would say semi-regularly, like once every 3 months, because I've seen him twice in my 6-month lifetime. But that said,
what does
I've
this
been
Dan
alive for
look
6
like?
months.
Does he look like a politician? Does he look like he pushes paper around for a living? Is he
Oh no, he
weak-limbed
looks
and
like he could
plain?
snap the neck of a kobold with barely any effort. With his
Does he
bare
wear-
hands.
A uniform, armor?
Oh, no, he wears clothing. I don't.
Regular ass clothing.
Yes, he gestures to his naked kobold body. It's the opposite of
Does-
this.
Does he come on one of these? And Ozric will point to the magic carpet.
No, he walks, or really appears.
Okay.
Yes.
Is Dan
the-
also a dragon?
You know, he has the strength to pop my head off, which is what most dragons can do. So perhaps...
And she killed
I'm
the
really
goblins,
interested in this
and there's
Dan
no-
fella now. I'm really.
You could ask her about him.
Yes, I think we should speak to your master.
I would warn you, though, that she is quite temperamental, which I'm told means, like the seasons, which I've only experienced 2 of, she may have different attitudes.
Which seasons have you interacted with thus far?
Well, recently, summer passed, but I'm told it sort of bleeds into fall, which I think we're in now, or maybe we're in winter, in which case, I've just entered my 3rd season of life.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Now, of those
Congratulations.
3 seasons, which do you think she's most like?
I don't know, but it's pretty hot here normally. Except at night when it's super cold. Some would say she's hot then she's cold.
And then she's
Think we
yes,
should
and then
wait
she's
till-
no, and
You think we should wait till nighttime to approach her?
I have
Should
no
be more-
idea. I don't approach her. She would kill me.
No, you sound like
Okay.
you have a lot on your plate.
You do. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we have no
I think-
goblins.
I think we
And-
should make to get out of her hair as soon as we can. I think
Yeah.
that would be what she would appreciate the most.
I mean, I feel like she would also appreciate potentially us taking care of the issue of the individuals that send a bunch of goblins after her. Very crudely.
Right. I'm just saying if she likes to be left alone, then dawdling here at her doorsteps, making her wonder may not be a wise move.
Yeah, I'm
Well, we didn't
concerned
send
about what this
500 goblins
hobgoblin
after
and
her,
what
they
this
run
orc
to
are
a
gonna
temple.
do. What'd you say?
How do we get up to it? Do we have to go through the pyramid?
You just walk up.
Oh.
You know,
To the
it's a
pyramid?
casual 500-foot tall pyramid.
No, that's easy. We can do that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
easy.
let's go up there.
Yeah. Have fun. I'm
What?
not.
You wanna come? Do you wanna come with us?
Oh, definitely not.
No, come on. It'll be
I'll
fun.
watch
On
your
that-
big old rug.
Perfect. And can I offer you something in exchange for that?
Yes.
For watching our precious rug? Some food. Some rations.
I love food. I barely get any. Sometimes
course,
I
and
bite
I will
into
reach-
cacti, which is very hard to bite into and bites back.
Mm.
Well, this is a human ration that is not very good. Please, and I'll hand him 2 rations.
You hand him 4 pounds of food. This guy weighs 10 pounds, but he will eat the 4 pounds of food right before you, including whatever wrapping paper that might contain it, loving the extra crunch and or chewiness if it is a cloth substance rather than a paper one.
Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Let's go talk
Thank
to
you.
the Great Emperor Shell.
Not an emperor. That is the last you hear of this strange creature. As he
What a nice fellow.
goes to lay down on your carpet, just to see what it's like having anything to sleep on that isn't made out of sand.
What a nice fellow.
Yeah,
I hope we get to see you when we're done.
you just find him flying off into the sunset.
Yes, the command word.
I mean, it's just giddy up.
Okay.
I thought it was yeehaw.
Or yeah.
Thanks
Only
for telling
Aldrich
me.
knows.
You guys start heading towards the pyramid. It is quite hot in the daytime. John checks his time. We still have some time to break. And then you guys look up at the massive hassle that climbing up this pyramid is going to be. Each one of the blocks that goes up is roughly 11 feet tall, meaning someone would need to either have a ladder that's 10 foot tall to reach the last foot and then climb over, or someone would need superior strength to, or not superior, but just ample strength to leap up the 10-foot big blocks of sandstone that have been chiseled here.
Wait, hang on. The orc and the people ran into the pyramid.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
What's
I
inside
think-
the pyramid?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Yet.
I was told you wanted to go up to talk to the dragon.
Yeah, I'm just asking because
Well, we can offer our
If-
services to stop them from being inside the pyramid.
it's hard to talk to her from all the way down here.
It's true.
Yeah, so we have to
You
go up
also
there
don't
first.
see a ground floor entrance,
Yeah,
which begs the question, how did they get inside?
yeah.
You know,
Also, what is inside? If it's her massive treasure hoard, then they're stealing from her actively, and that's sad.
who knows?
Okay, now we can hit. Just wanted
On
to
another
know.
note, while we ponder how to climb this pyramid, which one of us is Dan?
Got it.
I don't think any of us should pretend to be Dan.
If you think you
You
can
don't know
lie
my
to a
mother named
We
dragon,
can say that we know a Dan, which is true. We can say Dan.
You don't know-
Dan sent us.
You don't know my mother. What my mother named me. What if my
Who-
middle name's Dan?
Is your name not
Remind me,
Max?
who's Stan again?
Dan's the guy that we talked to at the place. It's like senator
Sleazy
or
Dan?
secretary or
You forgot about Sleazy Dan already?
There's so
Who?
many
Yeah.
Dans. It's a popular name.
we ran into a lot of Dans. There's also the Elven Dan, who we
No,
don't
that's
like.
Damn. Damia. D-A-M. not
Dania,
D-A-M.
yeah. That's what I said.
Yeah. Same page. We're on the same page, yeah.
The Elven Dan. Yeah, there's the human Dan who was at the place.
So what I'm
He's the one
hearing
that
is we
met
don't
with.
remember any Dans well enough to be able to say anything. Okay, thanks.
He's technically speaking, a Dan sent us.
What Dan
Okay,
sent
Janelle.
us? Please explain.
The Dan
Rock,
at the.
paper, shears. One of us is Dan.
We're not. We
I'm
can't
not Dan.
pretend to be Dan.
It could be Joe Nall the
You know,
Dan.
lie to the dragon. Go right ahead, Pax. I'll watch.
We were not going to lie to the dragon. This is news to me. Only reason I
Why
agreed
would
to
we
come.
lie to the dragon?
Why would you lie to the
survive.
dragon, Pax?
That is not
If you
how
wanted
you
to survive,
survive
you
an
should
ancient
have come
dragon.
with us. I mean, this is a risky plan.
I'm figuring that out. I'm with very honest people. That's very
I'm just
concerning.
saying, there comes a point where you just can't lie to something, and I think the thousands of year old being is it.
Pax, this creature has had a long time to figure out what's a truth and what's a lie. I
So
don't
who is
think
this Dan
you
that
have that
sent us?
experience.
Please.
Sleazy Dan. He
That
sent us
doesn't
here.
help me. I'm not gonna go up to the dragon and be like, Sleazy Dan wants to talk to you.
I think, technically
That's what-
speaking, he was a
judge.
judge or a
There's
judge's
Judge
assistant.
Corbin.
I thought it was a
There's Judge
magistrate.
Corbin.
Magistrate
There's
Dan. That's what it was.
Dan.
Magistrate
Sleazy
Dan,
Dan.
and Judge Corbin.
I don't know where you're getting sleazy from, but I love
You
the
said
fact.
it. You said it once, and I've just stuck with his name, Sleazy
I
Dan.
love it.
And that's all I know him by now. I mean, his name's Sleazy Dan. It's a very straightforward name.
I
So
think
we've been sent
for
here by the
great
magistrate and the suzerain.
Sleazy Dan.
Magistrate Dan. Make sure you say Dan.
Magistrate Dan
Double
and the
observed.
suzerain.
Magistrate Sleazy Dan. Got
So
this.
how are we getting up the tower?
I'm just walking.
I'm just climbing up there.
How?
Well, I got big arms to hop up and grapple up.
Do they reach up like 8 feet?
I'm strong enough to jump that far.
You can jump 4 feet, and you have an arm reach of 8 feet. Holy shit!
Yeah. We're not gonna think about it too hard.
Well,
If only you had
I
a
can
magical
scamper.
carpet or something.
I can scamper if we have a rope. I can scamper and secure the rope for climbing.
We need to pull out the
Quite decent.
jump
climbing.
calculator.
We need to do some cheerleading drills. Have one of the dwarves get up on the hands of the other one and jump up.
Then while you all are beginning your 500-foot ascent to the top of this pyramid to go speak with an ancient gold dragon, doing weird clambering over yourself drills and shimmying up and securing rope, we're going to take a break, and on the other side of that break, time will pass and you guys will be at the top, okay? Alright, we will be right
fair.
back, everyone. Woo! Hello everyone, we are back. Our characters have just spent the better part of 2.5 hours clambering up a 500-foot giant pyramid, mostly being slowed down by Jonal. You know, you've had multiple breaks. The sun was beating down on you for a while.
My arms.
You're
At a
tired.
certain point, Ozric just starts like picking up Janal by like the pants and the shirt and just like, what?
It is.
I'll send him to Thymond.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a bit of dwarf catch.
Yeah. It is a silly experience, to say the least, as you all make it up to the base of this great big pyramid and quickly realize why it was so easy for 500 goblins to distract this giant ancient dragon. Gargantuan, I should say. She is currently sitting on a massive gold prism above what appears to be a, let's call it layer that has been taken out of the pyramid itself, as if a grand chunk of stone has just been deleted, leaving 4 support beams which hold up this great big triangular prism of gold, which this gargantuan dragon is sitting upon. This thing must be worth hundreds of thousands of gold pieces. This thing must weigh hundreds of pounds, let alone to support the ancient dragon's weight. Those 4 support beams are doing some heavy lifting right now, guys. Quite large,
They
quite
just
sturdy.
don't build them like that anymore.
Probably magically reinforced to the point of divine intervention. You stare at the shadowed area underneath the gold prism, but above the stone platform you guys are currently on, and see there's just a chunk missing that leads to a staircase that goes down into the pyramid itself. You're unsure how 500 goblins got here, if they were teleported in, if they clambered up like you guys did over 2.5 hours, or what. But if 500 goblins showed up suddenly, shit's fucked. Just run straight in, go down, don't get dragon breath. Not the most secure of dungeon entrances, is what I'm getting at. You, however, do not feel the sudden urge to sprint for the entrance, question mark?
Nope.
Okay.
Hide
Jonal
behind
undoubtedly
Jonal.
doing measurements, seeing if he could misty step in. He probably could. We'll look up at the scaled head that blends in well with this golden triangular prism above you all. Its eyes are golden yellow, gleaming and luminous like stars above in the night. Her head is bigger than all 4 of you combined in multiple dimensions. Her breath can be felt even before the flames, just the radiating heat causing a mirage effect within the air around her. It is quite hot up there, you would imagine. And likely why she is sunbathing on this prism in particular. Her eyes are open, staring down at you all, not saying a single word as the heat within her throat escapes. Osric, have you ever stared at an ancient gold dragon before?
And Ozric is not staring now because he is respectful and he bows.
You bow, and while you do, go ahead and give me a DC 24 Wisdom saving throw, along with all of your party members.
Alright.
I can't make this, John.
Roll a nat 20. Wow. Wow. Simon.
I am the greatest dwarf to have ever existed. Potentially. I'm a very humble person.
Simon,
I just so happen to be the greatest.
it's surreal to you. more so than anything. The fear you feel, just this primitive, primal state of I'm about to die, I'm about to die, I'm about to die, is just like absorbed within you, and there's almost a calming sensation that floods over your nervous system. Normally this is fight or flight mode for the rest of you incessant mortals, but for Thymond here, it is like a strange relief almost of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna die one day. And you just like stare up at this golden dragon, Thymond, able to act and speak and move forward towards it, were it not currently several feet above you, and you'd have to make, you know, a several meter high jump to even reach the top of the base of this golden prism this thing is sitting on.
You did.
What do you say, Thymond, as you are the only one currently able to stammer out a full sentence and have it be legible?
Greetings, Queen Shell. I am Thymond, and these are my companions, and we have come to you today to request an audience.
Anything else?
I'd like to request an audience before we continue going. It's rude to keep speaking about other things.
Thymond, as you think to yourself, oh, was that good enough? Was that enough to just not be immediately blasted? God. Honestly, her breath weapon isn't that devastating. I wish it was. Oh, it's only
I'm pretty sure
13
I'm dead.
feet ahead.
But...
Thymond, call out to Queen Shell, asking for an audience. And huffing out in Dwarvish, a bastardization of your language coming from the lips of an ancient dragon, follows the question, and what if I say no?
Then we shall leave.
Osric, is that the answer a dwarf would give? Especially
I think there is a time where you must admit that you can't do something except for be respectful of the person that has more power than
I
you.
am quite literally the most respectful person this party's ever seen. I've never been rude once.
You're definitely rude one time to a certain halfling.
That was a different time. You can't be rude to halflings. That's a known fact. But I'm a reliable person, right? I know that you can't demand to speak with a ancient gold dragon, right? Like, these are the good guys. I'm not gonna demand things from this person. I request an audience. I try to see, like, can we talk to you? Can we request some things, talk about some stuff, offer services? But if they're like, I don't want you here, no. There's not much more I can really do about that. I mean, that's an ancient gold dragon right there.
This is John poking at the character choices. It is not an in-character defense of what you have done. My question to Osric is, or to Osric was this the dwarven response? And you seem to be in agreement of like, yeah, that seems perfectly reasonable. We'll leave if she doesn't want us here.
I think as an Osric dwarven response, Osric has shown himself to be very deferential to women. and to females in general.
Yeah.
And so, if Belle told Osric to go away, Osric would listen. If Janal told Osric to go away, Osric would not listen. If Queen Shell is gonna tell Osric to go away, Osric will go away. If King Shell had said go away, Osric probably would not have gone away.
Okay.
So this is sexism a little bit.
Osric is the anti-chauvinist. Got it.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's just being a chauvinist. I can't remember
Yeah.
all the definitions. Jonal, what about you? Is this the response you think an ancient gold dragon would want?
No. An ancient gold dragon would want to hear that the person is dedicated to what they must do beyond just fear for their life.
What about you, Pax? What limited knowledge do you have on a dragon's mentality?
Pax has authority issues, and he's a petulant middle child. So he would be, then I will wait. He would say something like, well, then I will wait until you will see me, and I will wait right here.
Unfortunately,
He's a
Jonal,
stubborn.
Osric, and Pax are stunned in their fear of this creature. Just standing before it for however long. You'd imagine that the guys who would try to negotiate with this creature would need quite large balls of steel, or to have some way of ignoring this frightful biological process you guys are currently experiencing, or more than likely just run out the clock until your body adjusts. It's only been a few seconds within narrative time. And as Thyman says, we will leave if you want us to. The dragon's eyes narrow down upon you, Thyman, and say, not the boldest of responses. Speak of what you need of me.
We, as my friends would say, have been destined with a quest by the Hoarfrost Witch to come here and find something in a long riddle which my friends have memorized, or what I'm guessing is pure blood of a king long ago who is not so corrupt as the ones of the modern era.
You are on the quest for eternal frost, then.
I believe that is the one.
You are not the first to arrive seeking such a goal. Are you
I assume we
the
won't be-
most intelligent of your party when it comes to magic, Thymond?
I am not.
Who is?
That would be Jonal the Elegant. Or
Her eyes glance to the guy who's like shying away. Elegant.
he is amazed by your presence. He has never been so close to an ancient dragon.
Enough of your dwarven buttering up. You may cease prattling. And you, her eyes narrow at Jonal. Jonal, we're nearing our 1 minute. You are almost able to act when you are sniffed. You hear the inhalation of breath like a jet turbine sucking in air, getting ready for takeoff. How many betrayals made you, I wonder? You chimeric thing. What are you, the elegant? And she will say this in common, assuming that she doesn't recognize you are in half-elf.
Has the minute elapsed now?
Yes, you may now act immune to dragon frightful presence for the next 24 hours.
I will, say I am what I make of myself. I've been, as far as I can tell, abandoned by all parties that make me a chimera. Be just what I am.
Your life circumstances, I'm sure, are interesting to some. But your present is what is enthralling me now, keeping me from breathing down on all four. And then she glances at the T-posing Belle, just picks her up and shifts her out of the fire breath cone, because she is her players in here. Yes, the four of you. You seek the magics below.
Indeed, we do. We were warned and told that we should be on our best behavior, that we should respect the ancient, which I can only assume would be you.
And who was the one to tell you this?
It was a riddle left by the Hoarfrost Witch, who I know has history of lacking trust in dragons, but perhaps in her last days, as creating this riddle, she saw sense to trust somewhat in your sense.
The dragon will process this for several seconds. Osric and Pax, you both have come out of your frightful stupor and are able to quietly communicate with one another if you wish.
I think we're scared to. I'm scared to speak.
Osric is in awe of this great, large, shiny lady.
Osric's in love.
Yeah, like he mutters, I'm on a mission from God. Yeah.
The one you speak, I do recall. However, she would have a different version of the word trust than what is known in this language of common. Trust between powerful creatures was backed by the promise of violence, and the respect was that life would end when two such creatures met. I knew of this witch when she was close to your levels of power. But she was not the first one on this quest either. Though I know what you seek, I do not envy what you will learn at the end of this path.
Well, I suppose that if you do not wish that knowledge, then I will not share it with you.
You may all descend. But be warned, you will die at the end of this part of your journey. You will need to understand what it is you do next.
I'm gonna give the queen the Chimera Spike.
What is this supposed to be?
Your herald told us that you enjoyed knickknacks. This is something I've made. Took me a long time and a lot of failed attempts.
Raise it up for me.
I'll hold it as high as I can.
You stretch up with your dwarven arms. And we'll watch as a single talon that could easily pulverize you as we would a gnat will gently, with its hooked talon, get this tiny... How big was this chimera claw? Or horn? Or what was it again?
It was a few feet. It was a tail spine.
Oh,
It's a chimera spine
A manticore
that I chiseled
spine.
in. Yeah, the manticore that I chiseled into.
Manticore.
And, painted the
Yes.
adventures of us defeating it.
You will watch as she, with it, like, balancing it within the crook of her, like, thumb digit, and then literally just, like, getting ready to flick it, will aim at the kobold several 100 feet away and try to doink him with it. She's gonna make an attack roll at disadvantage against kobold AC, which I believe is 12. That is in... Oh, come on. Oh. If it wasn't at disadvantage, it would have been a crit.
You want me to
You
give the dragon
hear
a help
echo
action?
as a shockwave erupts around you all. The manticore spine shoots off like an artillery piece. And just in the distance of... Ah! There is a dust cloud that goes off within the sand. Missing by what must have been a foot. It was very close. And she will... Did you bring more?
Magnificent. I do, but they're not engraved, so they might actually hit a bit better.
Perhaps it will act as a flechette round. Hand me all of them.
I will.
You're
I'll give her
quickly
8.
realizing she's gonna hurl all of them and likely hit your flying carpet as well. You could distract her
Hopefully
maybe
the kobold
for
ran.
like a few seconds while the kobold below is like running for cover. Or do you want her to risk hitting your flying carpet, Thymond?
See, I either refuse and...
No,
Like, this
Pax
is-
Pax will assist Thyman get the things out of his pack and then like drop them and stall for time.
Hurry, he is getting away. Total covers, bitch to penetrate. Hurry.
Of course, of course.
Pax, go ahead and give me a deception at advantage if Thymond is helping you. Thymond, do you help?
That is a wonderful question.
You better tell me. Oh. We rolled.
I don't know if it matters.
Whether the dragon recognizes you are stalling for time, it seems to be in good fun and sport, more so than anything else. Eventually, all of your manticore spines will be used in this game of shoot the kobold dead. So go ahead and delete them all, Thymond.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's no happier way to lose all of those than having a dragon just try to kill a kobold with it. That is a beautiful way to lose those. It's poetic.
Once there was an ancient king who gifted me a crossbow. I had no need or want of it, but it was quite a task to utilize with my digits. I wish I had practiced more, then I would have domed that little fuck. You may descend.
I'll give her a bow. And head over to
I'll
the
whisper to
staircase.
Jonal. I'll whisper to Jonal. What about what we promised the suzerain about the other dragon? We would just not do that.
The town to the southwest wishes to know whether they could entreat with you about protection from a foul red dragon that has come
In
upon
the
them.
Valley of Forgotten Kings.
We have a magistrate named Dan they can send.
Oh, a Dan, is it?
Yeah.
I'm
Sleazy
vaguely
Dan.
interested, but must say no. The last time I got involved with the Reds, there was much destruction with your peoples.
Of
Understood.
course.
Do not let dragons go to war with each other. Only the smaller creatures will suffer.
We will let
Very
them
wise.
know that for their safety.
I think on shaky legs we descend.
Yeah.
You will descend down away from the ancient gold dragon. John needs to go to a different map and leave you on this one. Because he has prepared a map for this thing. And none of you will be the one.
On the way down, Ozark will say, you know, sometimes I say fuck dragons, but also like fuck dragons, you know?
I do not. That's creepy.
I'm just saying.
Aren't you married?
I'm divorced, you fuck.
Oh, then yeah, have fun with it. Do whatever your old dwarven heart desires.
Thank you. Some support around here.
I'm looking for the
It would
right.
kill you.
When you all begin descending, you will find that this stone tunnel is quite packed. Nope, that's definitely the wrong one. Where are you? I don't want water. I want you. You all will begin to descend a smooth, zigzagging chute of a... I don't even want to call it a staircase. It's not a staircase. It's several ramps that switch back and forth in different directions, leading you down into the pyramid structure that you are in. You see many a carved hieroglyphic icon. You see walls of art that was clearly designed not for people to truly view, so much as experience on their way to what had to be their final resting spot. You will see all sorts of, let's call them afterlife adjacent beliefs, depictions of human gods staring at you, faces and visages of long dead kings. You will look at the art of Second Age, maybe even First Age sculptors, which carved a creation myth of this world being made by gods, fought over by Tiamat, the six-horned draconic thing, and then brought into a golden age. You descend going further and further down. What feels far beyond the 500 or so feet you all climbed up from the base of the structure. Until at last you make it to a room shaped like a T. When you enter, a brazier of pale greenish blue light ignites, and on the ground you will see that there is a dead hobgoblin dressed in black clothing with a spine inside of its head, like a metal... I said spine. I meant spear. Excuse me. I was thinking of a manticore spine. But a spear inside of its head that looks to be made out of some sort of bronze or brass. Just impaled straight in the forehead where he collapsed. Dead. You see that there is a... or rather, you see that there are two doors. One on the left side, one on the right side of this T-shaped room. And before you, written in what must be some sort of ancient common dialect, is a message, as well as the depiction of what has to be some sort of king or emperor. What would you like to do first as you were standing at the entrance of this T-shaped room?
Can we see this room, or are we still not in the dungeon?
You've descended in. You're looking at the entrance of this room. This is
I
what
fear there may be a
It meant
trap.
map-wise.
Map-wise, you are
that
not
dead
getting
guy.
the map because John did not want to fuck with Incarnate for 60 hours.
Gotcha. Okay.
Especially for the challenges he planned for you.
How long was that dead guy?
Well, there's
Be
probably
careful.
a trap or something.
Be careful. There's likely a trap. I see no dead opponent, so an automated
Pack, go check.
defense system.
What do I have to check?
I'm sorry, are you trying to say that you can't do it?
I didn't say I can't.
Well,
will-
what you
I go
doing
check.
over here then?
Pax goes and looks for traps
Give me a
with a
investigation
sour
check.
attitude.
Our designated trap searcher.
Doesn't look like traps.
No traps, Pax.
It's all clear, Osric.
See?
Pax, you enter the room and start sniffing around, looking for any pressure plates, tripwires, or a fucking lever or something that would be obvious. But you find nothing. You don't even see, like, an exit point. Where the fuck did this spear come from is a mystery.
What was that dead guy?
Yeah, you think the
He
half
tripped
orc
on his
killed
own
him?
spear.
Maybe he tried to turn on his party.
Osric searches the dead body.
Yeah, you pat him down. You will find
Pat, 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 pat.
2 gold pieces on his body inside a little pouch that clearly was designed for human money to be expended.
What does that say up there?
What language is it in?
It appears to be an ancient dialect of Common. For more or less, it's like us looking at Old English. It's somewhat readable, but it's hard to allege.
We see, like, if there's footprints leading toward one of the doors compared to the other.
Yeah, you see trail of sand going to both sets of doors.
Can you not read some of what it? Can you not read what it says? It just looks like common to me.
Jonal can't.
Okay,
read
what does it
that.
say then?
I'll read it out.
Yeah, Pax, give me a... Well, do you have anything that would let you easily translate this? Do you have a pact or something I'm unaware of?
Nope. I do not.
Okay.
Give it the old college try.
I'm old, I can try.
Just give me a raw history, I guess, or an intelligence check. Oh, easy. Pax, you are able to quickly determine what this says. It is not so old that it is entirely ineligible, unreadable, unlegible. That's what it's called. Fuck. Here, it's your turn to read a
Allegedly.
little poem that John's written. I'm gonna send it to you on Discord that you can read. Have fun.
Okay. Those who seek the dreaded throne must face the dark unknown, I think. Those who seek my ancient bones must prove themselves all alone. Before you lay two roads ahead, one of whimsy and one of dead. Should you wish to see my dreaded seat, just like life, each you'll need to tread. If you have an invitation, though, present it and show respect. Then you'll find what lay below, as you're welcome to my home. Aw.
We have an invitation, don't we?
I
I
don't
suppose
know.
I will pull out the Librum. Is this not an invitation?
I thought I meant the diamond.
What?
I think the Librum would be more of an invitation.
Oh.
I guess I will kneel and bow before this writing on this wall, showing the Librum forward.
Yeah, you revealed the Librum forward. As John messages.
Maybe there's a spot you're supposed to put it on, or
Where are you? No. Yes. You reveal this prism forward, this arcane focus with several, or one gem in it currently. Jesus Christ. Let's turn that down a little bit. After around 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 12 seconds of kneeling in place, looking for any sort of reaction, you stare at this relief of a emperor, a kingly sort, a priest maybe, sort of staring back at you, made out of stone. To your left there is a door, to your right there is a door, but you see no, I don't know, footman or a person to even notice what you have.
I want you to touch it to the motif. Tickle his nose with it.
It's like a picture of a whole person.
Of someone's face.
Of his face.
Yeah.
What does the word say about the gift again?
The gift?
Or
You
the
mean the
invitation,
invitation?
or whatever?
Invitation.
If you have an invitation, though, present it and show respect. Then you'll find what lay below, as you're welcome to my home.
Have an invitation to present it and show respect.
I think we take the Librum and we go knock on one of the doors, because that seems respectful.
Didn't it say we
Knock
to go
with the
through the
Librum.
doors alone?
Before you lay two roads ahead, one of whimsy and one of the dead. Should you wish to see my dreaded seat, just like life, each you'll need to tread.
Okay. So would you like enter
So then
one
it
of
says
these?
if.
If you have an invitation, though, present it and show respect. Oh, do we bow? Should we bow to this motif?
Don't you like
Perhaps all of us
kneel?
must bow.
Let's all bow.
We bow.
I'll bow.
All of you bow. One of you T-poses, unable to bend the knee to the step now. Yeah, you all bow before, trying to show the statue some respect. But if this Librum is an invitation, only one of you has it.
Yes, did the riddle not say something of coming alone? Facing it alone.
Yes. You'll need to face the dark unknown. Oh, do we turn out the light? The brazier? Must prove themselves all alone. Those who seek the dreaded throne must face the dark unknown. Those who seek my ancient bones must prove themselves all alone.
Can I see if any of the doors open?
Yeah, you head to one of these great big stone doors. And as soon as you get within, let's say 2.5 feet, once you start pushing against it with your big meaty arms, I want you to make me a beautiful, beautiful dexterity saving throw, as the floor underneath you is suddenly no longer present.
I'm a dexterous dwarf. I am a dexterous dwarf.
What is happening? Suddenly,
the double
the
D
sudden
comes
urge
through.
to do the splits. You brace yourself on the edge. You lean against the door with your mighty arms as you look down into a pit of blackness. Thyman,
Is that the darkness we go into?
I hope not.
Is this like the leap of faith? Did they mention a leap of faith?
No.
Can I see anything with my dark vision down this pit, or is it just like really, really deep?
it's real. You know that fucking brazier is like messing with your dark vision right now, Thyman? Because it's bright where you are, right? So you look down and it's just super darkness.
Does anyone have a
So-
glow stick we can drop down?
Perhaps if you guys leave this room, back up the stairs, we snuff the brazier, and I can try again to present myself.
Okay.
I think these are
sure,
two different riddles, but yeah, we can do that.
We'll scoot up the ramp and try to give Journal a chance by himself.
He does a little shuffle to the side where he can stand upright on his own. Heads back up. Jonal, you watch your party disappear before you. The brazier is still lit.
I will use my control flames to unlight the brazier. So,
It becomes
Swipe with
pitch
my hand.
black. Osric, Thymond, and Pax, you look into this void of a room, even with your magical dark visions, or your genetic dark visions. Actually, Pax, do you have Devil Sight?
I do.
Then I believe you don't give a shit about darkness at all, do you?
Not at all.
Alright, then you at the base will watch Jonal, but Thymond and Osric will be blind as bats here. Jonal, what do you do in the dark?
I will again attempt to repeat my previous gesture of kneeling and bowing and presenting the Librum forward at the picture of this thing.
As you do so, only Pax is gonna see what happens to Jonal as he is suddenly dropped into a chute. Maybe letting out a little give us a little dropping noise, Jonal, as the floor underneath you falls away.
Oh, 7 comrades.
Oh shit! Fuck! He's gone.
Jonal calls
Is he
out
going to the floor?
07.
I can only see in complete darkness within 10 feet of me.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, no. He just dropped. Like the floor ate him.
He's supposed to go down.
But no, not through any of the doors, just the floor. He's gone.
Yeah, it said that in the riddle, didn't it?
So we were supposed to go
follow the
through that
floor or
hatch?
something? But we're not supposed to follow him. He's supposed to do it alone. Unless he screams. You know that scream he does when he's really in trouble?
Okay, but what if we went through the other doors? Because we're supposed to do that alone. Because it never said that he has to do this alone. It's just you have to go through the doors
This
alone.
is the alternative. This is if he has an invitation. So we don't need to do all the other shit, because we're allowed to be here.
Well, he
What?
is because he has the invitation.
Yeah,
Listen,
we're just sitting up here like dumbasses
Osric.
just chatting.
Osric, you're going
What?
to take this many steps forward and stand where Jonal was and try to bow like he did. I want to
I
see
don't
what
have a
happens
fucking
to you.
invitation. I'm gonna die, you bastard.
Probably.
I'll do it.
It's worth a try. Thank you,
Max,
Simon.
you're not sacrificing me for your no good ideas.
I also wanted to take that
It's a-
bronze spear.
Wait,
It looks
how
really
can you
interesting.
see and we can?
That's
let's
your question
add
right
a
now?
spear to your character sheet if you want to take it out of the hobgoblin corpse.
Oh yeah, it's a free bronze spear.
Yeah,
It's free.
super free.
Oh my god, so free.
Pax, you will direct Thymond in the dark. Well, actually, when you all step into the room, the brazier will relight. So you're not in the dark anymore. Yeah. You look at
Another
the
5 years
spot
off
where
my set right
Jonal
now.
vanished, Pax. It looks entirely normal. There's no great big hole or anything like it.
You fucking liar. He just went through one doors.
No, I'm telling you,
You
he was standing
see?
right here.
There's nothing
He was
there,
standing
Pax.
right. There is. Use
Maybe
your
if you were
dwarven
better at
stuff.
searching the floor
You're-
for shit.
Use your dwarven stuff to check this right here.
My
Right here. Check this
dwarven
out.
stuff.
Do
What
your
dwarven stuff
stone
are you implying?
Okay, the stone stuff. Y'all are good at stones.
Oh, that's what I've worked on so
I
much
guess we're all
metal
good at
and
stones,
bones
'cause
and
we live in
jewelry,
Redux
but
or
I'm good
something.
at stone.
Wait. Don't you start with me. All dwarfs know stone stuff. Just
All dwarves know stone. That's the route
We
we're
see
going
how
down.
it is. All right.
I'm a
I'm not going over
jeweler.
this again. It's true.
I'm a
It's
jeweler,
true.
Pax.
Just check this. I know, but all dwarfs know it. You know it as well. Just check this spot right here. Trust me.
That's not how that works.
It's exactly how that works.
It's about history, all right? Not
Just
about
play
impurity
base
and
right here.
God. Osric looks at the stone.
Give me
I'll
investigation.
also look at. We're gonna both look at the stone, so I can give him
You both can
advantage.
make investigation checks.
See,
jeweler.
it's normal stone.
It's
Completely
normal
average
stone,
stone.
guys. You look at it, it is made out of fucking sandstone or some kind of limestone. It has been chiseled, has been placed here. You might jump on it, or, you know, stamp on it to see if there's, like, a weight threshold.
Mhm.
But
Osric sniffs it, you know?
you give it a
Pax,
sniff.
which one of these?
It
Which one of
sniffs
these
like
doors was the
Jonal
dwarf
farting
whimsy?
as the gravity just pushes
Ooh.
against it.
So
I'm
stinky.
telling you, we don't need the doors. He went down right here. I'll show you, and I will check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta
I'll
prove
leave
these
the room.
doors Wrong.
I'll leave the
Osric
room.
also walks away. We're
Osric
going
and
back
Fine
up
and
there.
leave.
You do it. You do it. Fucker.
What do you do, Pax?
Lid to the brazier.
Yeah.
Just snuff it out, or
There's no lid to the brazier, but you are able to... what would we call it? It is easy to snuff out. It is like a magical enchantment. Like a prestidigitation could get rid of it.
got it. I do that.
Okay. You have prestidigitation?
I do.
Cool. You are now in darkness. Your dwarves cannot see you. You, however, have magical vision that allows you to see in supernatural darkness.
I call back to the dwarves. Just do what I told you previously. Trust me. And I copy Jonal's gestures.
Yeah, you kneel where Jonal, knelt. You raise your hands up as though you have something in them.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna look so stupid.
There's
He
no.
dies. Alright, I call that goddamn fucking weird shit. His eyeball? The one that glows? Man.
You call his eyeball. Pax, you stare at your companions who... God, you don't want to admit that they were right. You look to one of the doors, the left or right one. You could just sneak out right now. You know you could.
Oh, that's so tempting, John. That's so tempting just to be like, ah, and then go through a door. But do I go left or do I go right?
It's up to you.
No, it should be up to a coin.
Oh, yeah?
It should be up to this
been
coin
quiet
with
for a long
2 ox
time.
on it.
Oh, look at that.
The dead queen is tails. The oxen are heads. Heads left, tails right.
Okay.
Heads. So I go left.
You go left. Left is life. As you go to the one that Thyman dodged, you will push against the door and realize that there is a chute that leads downwards. In the dark, with your dark vision allowing you to see, it is maybe an 8-foot or so drop. What do you do?
It's not like a drop onto spears. It's like just a
No,
little
it's just
chute.
flat ground.
Got it.
Oh.
I will cast Prestidigitation again to make it sound like a little yelp from the spot in the floor. And then I'll sneakily slide down the chute.
Okay. Pax sneakily slides down the chute. Go ahead and give me a deception check for the dwarves who can roll insight, just for fun.
I need you to move. You're
Oh,
so
hang on.
unhelpful.
Alright.
Y'all will
You
figure
are
out that
worse.
spot on the floor.
Thyman and Osric, you will hear... Oh! go off.
Oh shit.
Seeming to believe that Pax was right, or at the very least fell through some sort of trapdoor that will instantly kill him. What do you two
Are the
do?
lights back on?
We run
once
down
you
the
enter,
stairs,
yes.
trip down the stairs.
I'll enter, right?
Uh-huh.
I'll say... I'll see if he was telling the truth or not.
And y'all
like-
just gonna leave me here again, just like you do every single time. I want part of the adventure. All right.
Oh, come
I'm
on
not
with that.
waiting here.
Let's go have some fun. I have no way to turn out this brazier other than the only thought in my head, which is flip it over.
Yeah, you flip it over.
Does that turn out the light?
Nope. Now it's just shooting up through the brazier's grate. Oh, the cat's messing with this thing, hen. Oh, no.
I know, this is how it starts.
I'll-
This is how
I'll
all my
turn it-
problems begin.
I'll put it back and I'll No fire has bested me yet. How to put you out? What if I smash it against
What?
the wall?
Do you want me to like blow on it really hard from far
Yeah,
away?
try that first.
What?
Surprisingly, it works, Osric. You're kind of surprised. With just a brief blow, it's able to be snuffed out.
Ah, perfect.
Osric, stand still.
Is it magical darkness again?
Yes, it is quite dark.
John, if I have blind sight within 10 feet,
You're able to feel things around you in 10 feet.
I can like do little echolocation screams. See things within 10 feet of me.
It's more like feeling air pressure.
Hmm. Do I see? Can
Not
I
this-
see if like I?
Sorry.
I meant metaphorically saying, like notice if I can find Pax's footprints leading to anywhere other than the spot he just was.
You know, you guys just came out from the desert. There's sand all over this fucking room you all have tracked in, going in and out of this room like 5 times. It's now dark, so whatever searching you do is at disadvantage. But you can give me an investigation check if you want.
Of course. I would love to do that, actually.
What the fuck is happening? Yeah, of course.
I am the greatest dwarf. I do not tell you. I might be very humble, but I am the greatest.
This is the third nat 20 you've rolled. I don't know what it is about Simon. He is blessed.
The gods want me to find this.
Simon!
And to prove Pax wrong.
You might not be great at stone, but you know sand grains like the back of your hand, man.
I was a jeweler. This is like
feel the
details.
path to the left doorway, which you almost fell into, and you're like, there's way too much sand on the floor. Somebody recently walked across this road that already had sand in it. That son of a bitch Pax, you know?
Is the chute still open?
No, it's not. Nor does it
Okay.
open when you stand over it.
I know exactly what I'm supposed to do in this scenario then. I'll go to the other door.
You go to the other door. Surprising no one, a chute underneath or right before the door opens up as you raise your foot above it.
Can I sense with blind sight if there's spikes at the bottom of this?
Not within 10 feet.
Isn't this the door that specifically says death?
No.
Is this the door that says whimsy?
Nope.
Neither of the doors said what they were. They just said one of them and one of them.
Huh. I kind of want to enter this.
What's
but
going
this thing-
on?
That little rat lied to us. I don't know stone, but I know sand like the back of my own hand. He went down the chute.
What do you do, Simon?
Odric, do you want to go on your adventure down the chute, or do you want me to go down the chute?
I don't think I can go down there. I think the thing will light up again.
Well, we'll just switch places and just restart the thing.
No, just go. It's fine. Have fun.
Osric's gonna go talk with the dragon.
You guys have fun.
I don't really want to enter this chute. But, you know, John, will you punish me for doing the leap of faith?
No, I'd never punish you for any reasons of my decisions.
I'm just worried on the part that says one of these doors is whimsy and the other's death. But the dragon did say you have to die.
Be a real dwarf. Come on.
Fortune favors the bold, Simon.
Fine, I'll go down the chute of death.
You go down the chute, assumedly one filled with death. Leaving Osric in the same problem a hobgoblin was before he got a spear to the face. You're all alone, Osric. What do you do?
Osric goes down the stairs very slowly.
Yeah. You go back towards the stairs / ramp.
Does the light come back on?
If you go back into the room.
Okay. I was really tempted to go back and just talk to the dragon.
What else is there to do?
You're a divorced dwarf dad, I mean. what else you
Yeah.
got?
Just gonna wait for the kids.
Okay. You wait at the base of this pyramid. And we will jump to Pax first.
Oh no.
Why? What do you mean, oh no?
I chose death. You got whimsy.
Not whimsy, right? Or death.
Who knows?
Who knows?
You will find yourself in a small hallway that suddenly has a sharp right angle that you are sort of bound to follow. This little chute you're in is sort of at a downward incline, making sure that anyone who'd enter here in a wheelchair would never be able to escape, for instance. A lot of gravitational forces are currently here, and Red, did that get you for some reason?
Yeah, it really did. We had to climb so many steps of this pyramid that are 11 feet tall, but somehow a person in a wheelchair got all the way up here. They built this trap just to spite them.
You got this far, and
As a
you're
little
done.
bit of knowledge, you know, it was a ramp down here, so you could have gone just crashing into the walls. My wheelchair accessible dungeons. Max, this silly thought of yours. What's a wheelchair anyway? Follow this along until you are in a triangular shaped room, which goes up into a triangular prism, much like the one outside, albeit this one is not made of gold. In the darkness, with your magical dark vision, you are able to see that there is several, and I mean several... No. Never mind. I'm a liar. Instead, there is ancient common written upon a wall that has several letters that have been placed down upon this plaque, this platform, this small offering table, next to a door that seems to be locked, made out of stone. You're unsure what you're exactly supposed to do, but you translated the first message. How hard could this be? And you
Okay.
look at what appears to be a riddle. You see several letters below. You look at the groove underneath this riddle and realize that there's enough placement things. Oh fuck, you start to look at all the letters in the common language. Let's pretend common was American English for right now, in terms of letter alphabet, you know, correlation.
Mhm.
There are several of each letter. You can't do this by just trial and error. What's the consequence for failing the riddle, you think to yourself? And then you read the letter or riddle. Are you ready, Pax?
I'm ready.
I would ask that all the players mute themselves because Pax is doing this alone.
No, I'm gonna be so bad at it.
Pax, if you could also do a new favor for me of make sure your hands are in camera shot. You don't need to keep them up, but I don't want to see you Google this. Maybe it'll be easy, who knows? The riddle is thus. Which word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it?
Oh my god. Which word? Nope. Fuck you, Corin. I can see you laughing. Which word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? Ooh, 2 letters.
I want to point out that I ran this riddle by a person and he called me a terrorist. So...
Which word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? Okay, I'm gonna move my camera down so I can like show you paper. I'm gonna try to work this out on.
Okay. I trust you.
Okay. Do I have an idea of how many places there are in this word?
You could literally just put a single letter, or you could put several upon it. There is enough space. It's a very fill-in-the-blank message. These letters are made out of tiles that correspond to the English alphabet. Or the American English alphabet, if you want to